Tonight, I went and saw Sam Raimi's new film, Send Help, and I just wanted to talk about it. A quick rundown of the plot. In Send Help, we follow Linda, who is a corporate strategist, and she has been looking forward to this promotion that was promised to her by the president of the company. Sadly, when the president of the company dies, his son is appointed the new president. And his son, Bradley, is like your typical corporate president. He's just a stuck up jerk who thinks he's better than everybody, so he treats Linda really awful. And when Linda finds out that he plans on giving this new promotion to his friend who he went to college with, Linda's not too happy about it. So she goes to his office and she confronts him about this promotion. And he says, "Hey, look, we're going to this merger, and if you can prove yourself to be as good as everyone says you are, then we could talk about the promotion." Linda has been known as like a genius with numbers and kind of carries the company a lot. And she's kind of a workhorse in the company, and they know that they need her. So he, is making her prove herself. They get on the plane. It's Linda, Bradley, and three other people that work in the company that Bradley's friends with. And on the plane, they're just being mean to her. They find a video of her auditioning for the show Survivor, and they're making fun of her, and this makes her really mad, and she starts crying. Eventually, the plane crashes, and everybody's gone except for Linda and Bradley. All of a sudden, the roles are reversed. Linda is the one in power, and Bradley is the one at the bottom because he's wounded. He can't even walk. So Linda, with her survival skills from watching Survivor and practicing all these survival skills, is all of a sudden above him. And so she takes care of him, and we follow the two as they survive this island and try to get off, and we learn more about who they are as individuals and more about their relationship. Overall, I'd say it's pretty good. I really enjoyed it from start to end. It's just a fun movie to sit down and enjoy. I didn't really have too many complaints about it. The one complaint I do have, I can't really get into without spoilers, so I'll get into that at the end and give a spoiler warning. Some of the things I did enjoy, though, were the characters. As we follow them on this island, we learn more about who they are and why they are the way that they are. Another thing I like about the film are the twists and turns. There's a good bit of them. A lot of the times you'll be watching and you think the movie's heading in one direction, and then a few minutes later it'll head the other direction, and it does this a few times throughout the film, and it just keeps you guessing at what's going on. I also really like the acting in this movie. We got Rachel McAdams playing Linda and Dylan O'Brien playing Bradley, and they both portray their characters really well and their personalities and who they are, so I think the acting is really good. One thing I also noticed about the film, and it's not something that I really like or dislike, it's just something that's pretty obvious, is the CGI. There's a lot of times where you'll see something and it kind of looks like they went a little hog wild on the CGI, got a little crazy. There are times where I feel like could have been practical, but they went with the heavy CGI, maybe to play more into the film, but it's definitely extremely noticeable in a lot of the moments. Moving on to things I didn't like about the film, like I said, there wasn't a whole lot. I think the whole thing was really just enjoyable. But one thing that I didn't like is just at the end. So I guess we'll get into spoilers here, so spoiler warning. But one thing that I didn't like about the film was at the end, the two characters get into a fight, and Bradley is running from Linda, and he crosses into this area on the island that she told him, "Do not go in here. It's extremely dangerous and you won't make it." But they just got into a deadly fight. She stabbed him, and he's running away trying to escape. And so he goes onto this forbidden side of the island where he finds out that there's a house. There's like this big modern mansion that she was hiding from him. She knew about it the whole time because she had been over there. So he goes up into this house and he's looking for help. Then we hear Linda come over on the intercom, and she's watching him on the security system like she's playing Five Nights at Freddy's. And she kind of gives like this whole big thing explaining the film and how she knew all these things and how she got different things. And I don't know, I just didn't really like the fact that she was explaining everything through an intercom. I feel like maybe that could have been a little different. It just I don't know, I just didn't really like that part, but it's not like a huge complaint. It doesn't ruin the entire film or anything, but it's just something that I just wasn't really a big fan of. Overall, I'd say the film was pretty good. Like I said, just fun to watch, keeps you guessing. Really good characters, really good dynamic between the two. And so I would definitely recommend it to anybody who just wants to go out and have fun for a few hours. My Letterboxd rating that I gave it was a 3.5, which for me is pretty average. So yeah.